amazing. Welcome everybody to our Monday night call. I'm so excited to be bringing this call to you tonight. It is one of our fearless females in our team, Courtney Phillips. She has been around for about 3 years now, maybe a little bit longer. She is absolutely killing it on social media. She's very creative. She's got an awesome tribe of amazing young women in her team as well that are all looking for a way to be able to express themselves through the creative art of social media and also help people along the way with their health. Courtney is the mama of a beautiful boy, Hunter. He is absolutely gorgeous, started school this year. She is from New Zealand, so excuse her accent. And her sister Sarah is also in our business as well. And I had the pleasure of housing Courtney's mum at my place when she came to the Gold Coast when I used to live there for a couple of nights, which was amazing. So I feel like your mum is part of the family as well. And it's just been a joy to watch this girl's amazing journey in this business, watching her grow as a person, as a mum, as a human being. And I'm so excited for you guys to get a little bit of Courtney inspiration tonight. So, honey, take it away. Share a little bit about your background first if you can, and then hook into what you want to teach us tonight.
Awesome. Thanks for the intro. So I'm from New Zealand, so excuse my accent, but I feel like I'm sounding more and more like an Aussie. But I started this journey 3.5 years ago now, so I was on the product about 6 months prior to actually saying yes to the business. I was just a stay-at-home mum. I had completely lost who I was. Like, I was just a mum. And I was a school dropout, got pregnant to my boyfriend after 2 months of dating. I was 19 years old. So as you can imagine, my parents' favorite child. But anyway, he came into my life at such a perfect time. Like, he's changed my life, and I've actually found why I'm here and all that sort of stuff. And I decided, I was just working in hospo, so I thought, well, I better go and get a degree so that I can give my little boy, I guess, a future. So what I found was I went studying. I actually studied for 18 months, and I was dropping him off at daycare at 7:30 in the morning. We were actually leaving the house at 7. Dropping me off at 7:30, studied from 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock, picked him up, rushed home, chucked him in front of the TV while I sorted dinner. And this was my life for 5 days of the week. And I was like, there has to be something else. So 6 months into studying, I actually started this business. I had been on the product as it had cleared Hunter's eczema. And I was like to my sister, like, I really want to go on the capsules and I really want to get the free chews, because I was originally stealing my dad's. So she said, well, why don't you jump into the business? And I said, okay, I'll see what it can do. My first month I was blown away, and I just knew that I'm always on my phone scrolling Facebook. Facebook wasn't as big, I guess, 3 years ago. Like, it was just starting to become big. Like, Instagram was kind of only there to kind of share your photos rather than make money and do all that sort of stuff. So I originally started building my business on Facebook. I would just post on social media. I was just sharing my experience with the product, sharing Hunter taking the chews, sharing being around this community. And people just came to me, like, people where I used to be were all kind of sheep. So we all wanted to do things. So we brought an incredible team in Hawke's Bay. And all of my people that I've brought on in my business, and then, like, obviously my downline, has just been people of social media. So it might have been my best friend Mary's good friend's cousin that's joined my business. It hasn't necessarily been any of my good friends, as well as for the product. It's always been mutual friends. So I feel like, stay away from your friends if they know what you're doing, so they'll come to you. But it's the people that don't know you. And I feel like you can be more, authentic to these people. They want to come to you. So I've, pretty much built my business on social media. So I went to a seminar with Simon Cheng a couple of weekends ago with Christine, and he pretty much put me on the spot. He's like, you need to get out of comfort zone. So I was like, why not ask Joel if I can jump on a training, get out of my comfort zone. I used to jump on trainings and share my story. And I used to always lie that I'd just gotten out of the shower or Hunter was clinging to me. I'd have my camera off and I'd share my story in my room, all hidden away, so nervous. So please, whatever you do when you see people on social media, don't think that they have it all, because they probably don't. And I was really excited, actually, for once in my life to actually jump on and share this with you guys, because I know that there's a mixture of people on here, and some people want to build online, some people want to build offline, but I definitely feel like everyone can build on social media. So pretty much the main thing that I recommend and do is just to be you. Like this morning I woke up, rolled out of bed, jumped on my phone and was telling people how I fell asleep at 8:30 and forgot to take my makeup off. And all these other people were like, oh my God, like normally I would jump on there. I would only ever jump on there if I had my makeup done. So I'd be real quiet if I hadn't had my makeup done or my hair and stuff. So I just feel like you need to jump on and just be you. Like I love following people that don't wear makeup, or they've just rolled out of bed, or they're having a crappy day. Like I love following the people that are real and that I can relate to, because I feel like there's so many people on social media that we can compare ourselves to and think, oh, why doesn't she have cellulite on her bum, or why are her kids so perfect, and all that sort of stuff, when that's not real life. Instagram is highlight reels, and I think we need to be sharing more of our downs and our highs. So just be you. Like people buy you, and that's what Linda and all of them say is people buy you. So just be yourself. And one of my number one tips is to talk on your story. So get off typing, not necessarily typing in Messenger, but typing like, we're looking for new people to join our team, or we're looking for people to buy my product, or whatever. Jump on and put the camera and just talk. Like it feels so weird when you first do it, because you're pretty much talking to yourself. It's like a voicemail. Like it's really awkward, but you've just got to jump on there and just send it. Don't watch it. Just people will reply, people won't reply, whatever. And leave polls or questions so that you're engaging with your audience. And I like to do polls even for, like the other day, my friend was making a pizza, for example, and she put the cheese before she put the tomato paste, like not on top. So I went on Instagram and I was like, where do you put your cheese? Like, do you put it on the bottom or do you put it on the top? And then I got all these people voting on my poll, and that created conversation. So we started off talking about pizza, and then one thing led to another, and I said, hope you've had a good day, hun. And then they would have been like, oh, I've had a crappy day, I've just finished work. That leads me straight away to not necessarily, oh, you can join my business, but do you enjoy what you do? Like asking those quality questions. So your Instagram stories don't always have to be spammy juice plus. Like I find more people message me and vote on my polls when it's not related to my business. And just random things like that pizza thing created so much conversation. Like we were even talking about it last night with the people that I was with, because we were making pizza. And asking questions. So I don't know if you're a mum, or Christine could post on there, what do you guys love doing in your spare time? And you could have like a question thing, and people can write in there, and then you can message them, go, oh, I love like paddle boarding, or I love going for runs. Like one of the girls voted on my poll the other day, and she actually goes to the same gym as me. And so we're going to go meet up for a workout, which I'm really scared to do, but I know that when I get there, it will be fun. And sharing your ups and downs is what I've talked about. Hashtags. So you can actually hashtag in your stories. I'm not sure about Facebook, but Instagram you can. And so when you hashtag, or even if you put like the location that you're at, so say for example you're at Broadbeach at the beach, Joel, with your view. You could put Broadbeach or Peppers. So then Peppers will have an Instagram page, and anyone that's hashtags Peppers Hotel or checked in there, it'll automatically come up in their story. So, or like if I tag Napier where I'm from, people, the hashtag Napier will come up with everyone that's tagged in their stories. So if you tag in your post, so say I did Kiwi Mum, and if anyone's following the Kiwi Mum hashtag, or if they just decided to type in Kiwi Mum at the top and then went to hashtag. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can ask me questions at the end because it's probably like a different language. They can go, say, for example, they went to the hashtag saying Kiwi Mum, or my post, and anyone else that's hashtag Kiwi Mum will come up. And that's how people find you. So like yesterday, me and Hunter went to the beach. So my hashtags were Gold Coast summer or spring, whatever, lifestyle, mum of Insta, different things like that. And then if I'm doing like, say, a recruiting post, I'll put boss babes, travel, kind of like your avatar. So who do you want to be in your business? One of the girls from the seminar that we went to hashtags indoor plants because she's obsessed with indoor plants. So she wants other people that are obsessed with indoor plants. See, for me, I'll probably kill an indoor plant. And so that's hashtags. And also what I want to share now is about networking. So it's kind of like when you guys do the 3553 and you go and add someone on Facebook. I find with Instagram it's cooler because if you add someone on Facebook, if they don't accept your friend request, you can't be friends with them. So you can't connect with them unless you start messaging them. But then that message might go to requests and they might not see it for 2 years down the track. So with Instagram, you can follow anyone. The only people that you can't follow automatically are people that have private pages. So you can push follow and they can accept you or not. But majority of people have public pages. So you can follow anyone. And what I like to do is, I like to spend just in solo moments, if like Hunter's happily playing, I'll quickly jump on my phone and I'll go to someone that I really love following. So someone that's inspiring to me. Like I've got this girl that I'm following at the moment and she's really into like, some of you guys are probably like, what is she on about? But she's like into like, she doesn't edit any of her photos. She's got cellulite everywhere. She's got rolls. She's got, all these things that we think aren't normal that are normal. And so I go to her page and then I go to the people that have actually liked one of her latest photos. So say Christine came up, I would go into Christine's page and I think, oh, Christine looks like a person that I could be friends with. Or I don't necessarily jump in and think she can join my team because I've made so many friendships on Instagram that I think we're better being friends rather than business partners, if that makes sense. So I jump in there and I like a couple of her photos. I don't like the first 5. I like actually scroll her photos and find 4 to 5 that I like. And I give them a love and I go and follow her. And then like today I went into this chick and she had this really cute dog and she posted her dog a lot in her photos. I never liked a picture of her dog, but I liked other photos. And I just messaged her and I said, hey, hon, how are you? Hope you've had a good day. Just found your page. I absolutely love it. Would love to connect. How cute is your dog? And then she messaged me back going, thanks, hon. And then I just messaged back going, hope you've had a beautiful day. And if she replies, she replies. If she doesn't, well, I don't even think she followed me, but she might follow me, or I could keep messaging her and then she might follow me. But even if you spend like 10 to 15 minutes doing that in solo moments, you're building your network and you're building more people, because the people that are following you now and are watching your stories, they know what you do, unless you're being like shy and not sharing anything that you do, but they know what you do. So you need to be building your network and your following. And it's like Facebook, you might add 20 people and only 2 will accept you. So you might go and follow 50 people today, but only 5 will follow you back and want to build a relationship with you. I shared this really cool thing with my new girls today about someone said, how did you become successful? And he said, the answer is simple. I shared my business with 12,000 people. 1,000 people said yes. These numbers aren't right. 500 did something. 500 or 5 made me a millionaire. And that's like the thing that like Simon and all of those gurus teach you. And if we've got enough time at the end, because I don't know how long I would talk for, I was going to get you guys to, if you want, to do some networking while we're on here. But I'll just finish my notes, and then if we've got enough time, we can do that. So don't spam Juice Plus. And what I like to do is I post Juice Plus, like I post my capsules, and I share making a shake probably every day. But I share my top 6 to 9 values. So one of my values is hanging out with Hunter. That's why I do this business, is so that I get to spend time with my little boy. So no brainer. And you can either put a caption like day at the beach, or you could be like, I'm so grateful that the business that I do allows me to spend the afternoon. Like the school holidays are coming up, right? So I'm going to go to the beach and I'm going to hang out with Hunter at the beach on a Wednesday, and I'm so grateful that I don't get to have to work in the holidays, and I get to spend the whole 2 weeks with my little boy. But otherwise, like in the weekend, I'm like just at the beach with my little boy. So family, business, the product, your hobbies. So Christine obviously posts about like paddleboarding and running and exercise. I'm not an exercise person. Like I've just started boot camp and I've just come from there. So I'm sharing at the moment, like me turning up to boot camp and being like to people, like I've got the house kind of sorted, but I don't have the exercise sorted. But there's always room for improvement, right? And then you've got your friends, your hobbies. So just pick 6 to 9 so that when someone comes up on your Instagram, I can show you my Instagram quickly. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. So like my 9, I don't know if you're, oh God. It's not, but there's like 9 photos. So those 9 squares. So there's a picture of me talking about what I'm grateful for about in the business. I've got me and Hunter at the beach. I've got a picture of Hunter. I've got my capsules. I've got a hiring post. I've got a selfie about women empowerment, a day at the beach with Hunter again, me taking my office to the beach, and then getting out of my comfort zone when I went to my weekend in Brisbane to Simon Chang. And on that weekend, I actually posted that I'm really nervous and that getting out of my comfort zone is like major. Going to a seminar by myself, I didn't know anyone. Christine was MC, so I couldn't even sit with her. And I shared that with my followers, and I've never had so many people actually like reply to my story, if that makes sense. Everyone was wishing me well, and then I followed up with it. So I shared in the morning that I'm so nervous, and then when we got back to the hotel, I actually jumped on. I was like, guys, like it wasn't even that bad, and I'm so glad I got out of my comfort zone. And just inspiring people, not necessarily to join your business, but just to inspire and share the love and inspire other people to get out of their comfort zone, whether it's joining your business as well, whether it's starting a new project that they've been passionate about that they're too scared to start. Just sharing the love and adding more love into this world, because we need more love in this world. And another thing that really got stuck into my head from the Simon Chang weekend was Brian Marsh actually shared it, and he said, he's like, nothing annoys me more than when I see girls on Instagram posting, I'm hiring and I'll coach you. I was just cracking up. But he said, if you've been in the business for say longer than shorter than a year, don't go and put a post up. Say you've just joined the business and you're looking for your first team member for Stevia, for example. Do not jump on Instagram and do up a post or on Facebook and say, I'm hiring and I'll coach you. What are you going to coach them? You're still getting coached yourself. So instead of saying, I'm hiring and I'll coach you, say, I'm really loving this journey that I'm on, and I want to bring some more babes or humans or boys, whatever your thing is, along the journey with me. So his NMD and his Byron Marsh's team, he went round to her house the day that he signed up. He said, I've signed up to this amazing thing and you're coming on the journey with me. I want you to come on the journey with me. Instead of acting like he was, going to coach her and stuff, because he wasn't going to. He didn't even know about the business himself and he was only just learning. So, come on the journey with me. And I've even started doing that myself. Like, I mean, I can coach people how to build this business because I've been there, but I'm like, come on the journey with me. Like, I'm having so much fun. Like, come on, people. And another thing that I've been working on, and it's to do with the numbers as well. I'm going to share it with you, but I haven't noticed, me personally, I've sent lots of links, but I haven't made them into recruitments, if that makes sense. So Simon Chang's thing is you'll send a quick message. So my message is, hey babe, hope you're well. I'm working on something. It may or may not be for you, but would you be open to taking a look? And I've had, like, I might send, I don't know how many messages I send. He said to just do it in 15-minute stints, because if you're going to be spending a whole hour, you'll get over it and you won't want to do it tomorrow. So do it in 15-minute stints and try get out 15 at a time. So say you did 2 stints of 15. Tomorrow you've sent out 30 messages. You might get, I feel like my average of replies is probably more, but I don't actually convert, if that makes sense. So I would probably send, say, 30, and probably 25 people would reply saying either, I've probably sent way more than that, and I've had like 2 no's, people saying, I'm not interested in network marketing. And I'm like, sweet, thank you, have a good day. Thanks for getting back to me. Like, I don't ignore them. I always share the love. And I'll even message them in a couple of weeks going, hey, hope you're having a good day, or keep that friendship open so that they don't think that you've just become their friend to spam them with Juice Plus and join your team. And then they might reply back and say, what is it? And I just message back going, it's a visual thing. Would you have 4 minutes to watch it tonight? Like, depending where you send it. Like, if I'm going to send one now, I would say, would you have 15 minutes spare, or 4 minutes spare to send to watch it tonight or tomorrow, because it is kind of late. And otherwise, if it was in the morning, I'd say today. And some people might say next week, or I could do it on Wednesday. Write it in your diary and send it to them on Wednesday saying, hey, this is the link. The link that I was sending was the Lauren, her last name's not Slocum anymore, but you guys know who I'm talking about. And the Juice Plus one about why. So it's kind of like product and business. But I find, for me personally, that had more older people in it. So it wasn't really like relating to my, I guess, network and followers and stuff. So I've started using the Own Your Own Life one with everyone on the yacht with Team Spirit. And then I've also got the younger one with John Holowati and Katie Ravey. It's pretty old school, but it's for like younger generation. And I've actually had, I don't know how many messages I've sent, but I've had 2 people say that, well, they want to join my team, but they haven't joined yet. And could you pop, I'll pop the link in the, I'll pop it in the event that Joel had on. And I guess that just comes down to the numbers. So you share the, ask 80 people, 40 people want to see the link. You'll send, 20 will actually watch it. I've got the numbers here. 10 will get on a 3-way call. 5 will say they want to join, and then 3 will actually join. So when I look at my 2, I actually need 3 more people to say they'll join to get my 2. But it's a pretty good way of actually, like, I find with the Simon Chang sending out that message that I'm actually feel like at the end of the day that I've actually done some work on social media instead of, and I've created conversations. But my other way that I have been doing, and the way that I actually got Stacey, who's on this call, is I messaged her a year ago And I just did the love, shared the love on her page, and I was like, this girl looks amazing and I could be her friend and we could connect on social media. And I pretty much sent her this, like, not a long novel, it was probably like, I don't know, 2 sentences, like a bit longer than that, but it was about 2 to 3 sentences, just saying, hey, I own a health and wellness business. I'm looking for some babes like yourself to join my team. Would you like to take a closer look? Something like that. Anyway, Stacey replied back and said, yeah, I'm keen. How do I sign up? And she said she was going to send me her card details that afternoon. Anyway, a year later, she joined. So keep that relationship going, even if someone says they're going to join and then they don't. Like, I know that can be disheartening and you think, oh, they just wasted my time. But what about if that person that you've, like, gone and brushed off and thought, oh, whatever, she's wasting my time, becomes your next NMD, or becomes your SC for NMD, or becomes your SC for QNMD, whatever it may be? Or what about if they just become like your best friend and your accountability buddy? Like, you've just got to keep those friendships going, and you'll get the feel with people going to join your business or not. Like, I've had a girl message me from my hometown, messaged me the other day saying, just before, saying, hey, I'm keen for the shred. I messaged her the shred details. She goes, okay, I'll join next time. And I just messaged her back because I used to go to intermediate with her and we're best friends. And I said, how did I know you were going to say that? Like, that's just, why are you wasting my time? Go away. Because she's always going to be following and wasting my time. But with Stacey, I knew that even if Stacey never joined my business, that we always had a nice conversation on Instagram. And then we became friends on Facebook and would catch up with each other, be like, hey, how are you going? And she would be like, how's Hunter? And she knew about Hunter and how's Australia going, that I had moved here and all that sort of stuff. We had this relationship happening. And I don't know why Stacey ended up joining my business. Well, I do know why she ended up joining my business, but it was just the timing. So she was pregnant at the time when I approached her, and her little girl is now 5 months old, I think. And she wants to stay home with her little boy, and she knew, a little girl, that I was at home with Hunter, and she knew we had built that relationship and she trusted me. So just hang in there with the friendships. And I mean, with that message, if it doesn't lead to anything, yeah, at least you can continue building the relationship with these people. Forces us to meet. Yeah, it definitely does force you to meet new people. And what Simon Chang said is, like, he gave us 15 minutes to send out this message, and you'd scroll your thing, you'd be like, oh, Vanessa's not keen, Christine won't be keen, Stacey won't be keen, Joel won't be keen. 15 minutes went by and some people had only sent 2 messages. Like, literally get on your phone and just send. If they say no, who cares? Like, who cares if they say no? Who cares if they block you? Who cares if they defriend you? I've had people in my team, one girl in my team that just joined another company and has blocked me on all social networks. And to me, I was like, that's so disheartening. But I've just brought on 2 new girls, and I'm like, that was just the universe showing me that she was a disease in my business, and I've brought on these 2 new beautiful girls that I feel way more connected with. So I had to look at it in a positive, and people are going to block you. Like, I'll go through messages. Oh, that's another thing that's really, really helpful for people that want to go and smash social media. If you've ever talked to anyone about the product, so what I highly recommend is, if you have like a message that you send out to people about the product, or if someone messages you, always mention the word product in your messages, wherever it may be. Hey, hun, are you interested in my product? Or are you interested in my capsules? You can actually go up in the search bar on Facebook Messenger in, like, the app, and I don't know if you can do it on a dashboard, but you can do it on your phone. A desktop, you can do it on your phone. You can type in product up the top, where you'd say, if you're going to message Christine, in the search bit, write product and then push search, and then it comes up with people's names that have product in them. Some people have last names with product. Then it says search and messages. Every single person that you've talked to about the product will come up. Honestly, it's like amazing for when you're doing follow-ups and you go through them, you're like, oh man, I forgot to write Vanessa's name down as one of my potential customers, and go through, and you never delete messages because you can see your whole conversation. So you can see, okay, I've followed up with this girl 6 times now and she's not replying. She's probably going to block me soon if I keep messaging her. So I'm just going to not message her today. I'll give her a couple more months. And then the same with the business. So I always say webinar if I'm going to send them, or webinar. And if I've sent, this is before when I used to send the Girls Just Want to Have Fun webinar, but I find that 45 minutes is actually kind of long, considering some of these people that you say, do you have 4 minutes spare, don't even have 4 minutes spare. So I type in webinar, or I might type in I'm working on something, and then you just type it in and push search and messages and all your people come up. Like, it's honestly like amazing. So good for following up. And yeah, just keep all your messages. Do not delete any messages. Even if you're on you text people, don't delete text messages, because you can see your whole conversation. And you can scroll back and think, okay, well, I've actually mentioned the business to her 2 weeks ago, and now we're just having a conversation. So I don't want to bring up the business again. Or I might dig a little deeper into their pain, or ask them how their day's been. And if it leads that they've hated their day at work, it might lead to the business. Or if they're exhausted, it might lead to a product conversation. And I think that's all I have to my tips. Just pretty much don't spam Juice Plus. Like, I see so many people like posting like different network marketing companies, and they're real out loud and proud about their product, which is awesome. I mean, I hold my capsules and it says Juice Plus on them. I know that we're not actually meant to be doing that, but I'm proud about our product, and I don't talk Juice Plus. I say like my magic beans or my capsules or my protein shake or whatever, but I actually hold them. Like, if you go to my Instagram, I'm holding my capsules in my hand, but just don't be spammy. And if you're going to be post on social media, I feel like you need to be posting your 6 to 9 values as well, not just, oh, Mary's posted about her capsules today because it's Tuesday. People don't want to see that. People want to see, and when you're posting, say, a picture of your capsules, share what it's done for you, or share testimonials. So Vanessa's little boy, it's helped her clear up her little boy's eczema like it's cleared up mine, and relate it back to your story. So find one of the products that you love the most. So for me would be the premium and the chewies for Hunter. And that's what I mainly focus on. And then the shakes, I kind of just make my shakes in the background. And if people ask, they ask. But I always, if someone comes to me about the product, I always share premium in 120 shakes. But I like to, find their pain. Like, if they're a breakfast skipper, I'm going to offer them the shakes. I'm not just going to offer them the berry capsules. So find out and talk to them, and don't post pictures, prices on your stories, because that's another thing. If you have a call of action, so say you put a post up saying, I'm looking for, 5 girls to do a berry challenge, or whatever it may be, comment below with a love heart. And they comment below with a love heart, do not reply back to their message and tell them all about the berry challenge, because nobody else is going to come to you and ask you for more information. Say, hey, hun, I will message you, or hey, bro, I will message you, whatever it may be. And then take the message off public and private, because people will share more with you when it's just you and them. And then I never ever send the prices straight away, unless they keep asking me like, what are the prices? I'll eventually send them, but I like to find out what's happening. And sometimes with people, like, if they're wanting more information about my business, I ask them, like, is it easier for me to email you, call you, or send a webinar? Like, what would you prefer? One girl wanted an email. I've talked to her on email, and now me and Christine are having a 3-way call with her tomorrow. and just find, like, everyone's different, and you can look at all you guys on this thing. Like, I like social media, and my whole business, I don't talk to people at the park about my business. That's something that I might do next year when I grow my balls. But at the moment, my business is on social media. I will build a relationship on social media and take off social media and talk on the phone or on Zoom or three-way call, whatever it may be. But I'm not the type of person to go to the park and be like to this mum, oh, you look tired. Like, I might have something for you. That's that's really scary for me. I don't know if it's because of my generation or what, because I see older generation, that's just what they love doing. But I definitely, I don't know where that was going. But does anyone have any questions? I'll take you off mute.
Courtney, before anyone jumps in, I just want to say that was amazing. Put up your hand if you've got something out of what Courtney shared today. I know I have. Amazing value, honey. And I'm just going to recap a little bit. Like, I love the polls. If you want some ideas on polls, maybe Courtney in the Mesh page can whack a few ideas up on a post or something, say, here's some ideas for some polls that you could try in your stories, just to help.
A really good one that you guys could start doing, because you can do polls on Facebook now as well, is do like a thing saying, I'd love to get to know my followers, and then when they tap, it could be tea or coffee, and then the next one could be beach or river, like different things like that. I find when I do polls about non-business things, more people connect, like vote on them. Or like the other day I did one, and I was like, has anyone had depression? And the amount of people that follow me and that was saying, I think it was similar, like I had been like, do you like the beach or the river? And then I was like, had depression, suffers depression, I think it was. And then my next one said, hasn't had depression, hasn't had anxiety. And the amount of people that vote on this thing, I was like, well, I wouldn't have even known that they've had depression or they are depressed. And I just wanted to reach out and be like, I don't know what to say, but I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. Like, I don't know. it's a touchy subject to like say, but the amount of people that are following you that you think aren't interested is like my number one thing, is just reach out. Because this message here, the hope you're well and working on something, isn't to recruit someone. It's to get people to know what you're doing. Because there's been many people that have joined another network. Like one of my girls that I just joined my business. I messaged her the other day and I was like, I wanted the 5 and 1 bonus, I think it was. And I was like, oh my God, I just need one more capture order. I was like, I'll just send the message out to these people that I've talked to before. And I sent this message going, hey, I don't know if my product would be you would be interested in my product, but would you like to take a look? And I shared the 3-minute video with Christine does. And she messaged me back and she said, hey, hun, is this the same product that Mummies on a Mission do? And I said, yeah. And she said, oh my God, I've been talking to you about the business and I didn't know that was the product. I'm so joining under you now instead of her. What about if I didn't send that message about the product and thought, I've already talked to her about the business and she's not keen, when behind the scenes she's been talking about the business with another franchise and now she's in my team and we get along really well, and she's from New Zealand and she's like kicking ass, and like I just feel so grateful that I sent that message out, even though it was nothing to do with the business, but she didn't know that was the same product that I did, that Mummies on a Mission did. So just don't overthink it, just send it. And if they reply, they reply. And it's always the ones that you think, oh no, they won't be keen, will be the ones that are keen. And the ones that you think should be keen, she won't be keen.
Yeah. And you made a really really important point there too, honey, that not everyone is going to be interested in the business. So circle back and see if they would be willing to try the product, if they want to be a customer, and just start there, because you might be able to turn them into a raving fan, and then they're more likely to join the business after that. But that's awesome, chick. Does anyone have any questions for Courtney? Anyone want to take themselves off mute and ask her a question? Is anyone not on Instagram? Yeah, Scott's not on Instagram. Anyone else? Most people are on both. Is that right?
You need your pages to be like, I wouldn't go to the extreme of like having like if you look at like Kira and all that, like they have really outstanding pages. You don't need to have pages like that. Like if you go and follow Jax Lafai, she is a QNMD. She has like 3 kids under 3. She's pregnant. Her pictures on there, no makeup. There's no pattern. It's not all pink. It's not all thing. It's just literally her life. And people love her. I love her. I love following her. So I definitely don't think that you don't want to be having like 10 pictures of your cat and you're trying to build your business, you know, like on your Facebook page, I highly recommend to have a beautiful picture portrait of you and in your bio what you're about. Because when you're adding people, they're going to think, why is this weird person adding me that has a picture of their cat on their thing and it says, I love hanging out with my friends. Like, make it attractive and people want to accept you and be your friend.
Awesome, honey. Well, I've got a question for you. How do you, because social media can be quite time consuming, how do you juggle it around your family so that you don't reach that point of burnout, you know, when all the messages are coming back in at all times of the day? How do you manage your time, your social media time?
I try to just do it in stolen moments. So I always go pick Hunter up if I'm in my car. I will go, he finishes school at 3, so I kind of need to walk in at 5 to 3, say. I will go, he's literally 400 metres down the road. I'll leave my house at 20 past 2 and I get a good 20 minutes to have a podcast playing and I'll quickly reply to messages, or if no one's messaged me and I'm unloved, I'll network. But I don't know, like I sleep like perfectly fine and I literally scrolling and working my business until I go to bed at night. But I like to, just stolen moments, like Hunter might be happily playing, so I'll do networking. But I guess it's like, I think Shani Thompson mentioned something about it. And she said, like, say your friend Bob messaged you going, hey, you want to catch up for a coffee on Friday? It's Monday today. We don't need to contact Bob till Thursday to tell him that we want to go for coffee. Or we might tell him, like, when we're sitting, I literally built my business to SSC on toilet breaks when I was studying. I'd be in a seminar, whatever you call it, and like the amount of promotions that would be going on, like, oh my God, we need one more order. I'd go and sit in the toilet and like literally work my business. Like, just wherever you get a spare chance, just go on your phone, I guess. But it just depends what your values are. And for me, I know someone probably says this to you, like, Hunter wants to go on his iPad. And I'm like, you're not going on your iPad. And he's like, well, why are you allowed on your phone? So now I've kind of got to be like, okay, I can only go on my phone once he's in bed at night, unless he's watching TV or, it is hard, especially when all the messages are coming in.
Absolutely. And Christy's just asked a question. Do you leave the messages unless you've got time to read them, or do you click on them, read them, and then mark them as unread so you can get back to them when you've got more time?
That really messes with my OCT if I have messages in my inbox. So I try to not see it, because I feel like to me, if someone sees my messages and doesn't reply, I find that really disheartening and rude. It's like when someone messages me and sends me a thumbs up. Guys, if you're talking to a potential, please don't give them a thumbs up. Like, honestly, like, find your favorite emoji and say awesome with your favorite emoji. Like, mine's a pink love heart. I'll say awesome, pink love heart. I gave Christine a thumbs up today because I was running late. And I was like, I feel so bad. I need to message her. And I was like, nah, she won't care. But it really annoys me. But like today, some girl was asking me how much the kids' chewies were. And I said, hey, hun, I'll message you back later. I'm just busy at the moment. And it kind of just stores in my head to message her back, because I don't have hundreds of people in my inbox wanting to buy my product all the time or to join my business. So I'm like, oh, someone wants to buy the product. So I've kind of got them in the back of my head. And it was one of my old downlines that wanted information.
Okay, awesome. And Christy, you don't need to worry if you don't get back to people. I read people's messages all the time and then forget to reply. And sometimes weeks go past where I haven't got back to them and they've seen that I've read it. So we're busy. We're running a business and people are attracted to people who are busy and have things going on. So please don't stress that you've read a message and you don't get back to them for 24 hours. Sometimes it's actually a good thing.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when you send out that hope you're well, I'm working. When we did that with Simon, he said, don't reply straight away. You reply at lunchtime. Yep. But I just have like my head's in, like if it's in stolen moments, I'm like, okay, I've got a spare 10 minutes. I'm going to see how many messages I can send out in 10 minutes or whatever. And then I might reply like an hour later when I sit down to eat my lunch. Or with posting, I always post tomorrow I'm starting my Miracle Morning, so it won't be this way, but I used to post while I was eating my breakfast, would be my first post. My third post would be while I'm eating my lunch, and my third post would be while I'm cooking dinner. That was when you want to be doing, like, I'd say 1 to 2 posts a day, 3 spread out a day, so morning, lunch, and noon. And on your Instagram, you need to make your Instagram a business Instagram, so then you can see your insights. So you can see when your followers are following you the most. So mine is, I think it's like a Saturday in the morning or something like that. And it will change, and you can see who follows you. So you might have half males, half females, so you can relate your content to males and females. And yeah, you can see the time, but I think the best time to post is 7 p.m. And also I think it's like 5:30, 10 past 5 or something like that, when people are leaving work and they're on their phone and they quickly scroll. And then, yeah, in the morning and lunchtime. So that's why I was like morning, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And at the end of the day, it comes down to conversations. So if you're not getting the timing right of putting your posts and things up, don't stress about it. It's more have the conversations with people. That's where that's what we get paid for, is to have conversations. All right. So one last question, honey. If you could put anything on a billboard for the world to see, like a quote or a message to the world, what would you put on that billboard?
I would put, I've got the quote in my head, but I can't, what is it? Is it on my thing? What is the quote? It's like, come from gratitude and not appreciate, not, I don't know. What is that quote? When you come from appreciation, so instead of focusing on like the bad things in your life, focus on the good things.
I love it. I love it. It's a really cool message. Well, what an outstanding call, honey. Like, honestly, you've stepped up tonight and you've absolutely delivered so much value. We really, really appreciate your time, your effort, your knowledge, your skills. And if anyone wants any more help around this area, I'm sure Courtney would absolutely be okay for you to reach out to her. And maybe in the mesh page, honey, if you can put a few ideas down around this. And Christy, I think you asked about links. I did a post on Thursday or Friday last week that has a couple of new links that we found on the US head office website, which are pretty cool. They're only about 3 minutes long. They're fresh, and they cover the product and business really briefly. So go check those out as well. Courtney, amazing. Thank you everyone for jumping on. Give yourselves a pat on the back for being here. And yeah, we'll see you next week, same time, same place with another guest speaker. Good night, everyone. Thanks.